friends out there in the land of the interwebs. Survive with Knife here. We're on our way out to another exciting adventure. Today, we're going to break away from the traditional bushcraft thing that I normally do. Not doing a tarp and a wool blanket this time. I'm going to go the more modern camping route. Broke out some of my older camping and hiking gear and some new stuff also, and we're just gonna be out there testing it out. Got some new gear to show you guys, and I guess we'll just see what happens. We'll see what the adventure brings. So tag along, guys, and let's have some fun. Okay guys, well, I am excited about this trip. I'm going to be hiking about 3.5 to 4 miles back in. As you can see, I'm going more modern backpacking on this trip instead of more bushcraft stuff I usually do. But it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be testing out some new gear. I'm going to be I just got done actually sighting in my new Ruger 45-22, or 22-45 to be exact. Great little gun. I found it to be very accurate. I used my Leatherman squirt to adjust the sights. I had to drift them over to the left to get it on, but I am very impressed with how accurate this little gun is. I think it's going to make a really good backpacking survival gun for me. So I'm very happy with that. It's the only weapon I'm carrying other than a knife. So yeah, we're just going to hike in about another 3 miles or so. I've hiked about half a mile, close to a mile so far. But just going to keep on going. Once I get set up, I'll go ahead and show you the gear I have for this trip. I'm really excited about showing you guys some new things, and we're just going to have fun. If I happen to see a dove or a quail or maybe a rabbit, I'll go ahead and use my 22-45, and we'll have that this evening also. But we'll just see what happens. Usually in this area, I usually see a lot of wildlife. Last time I was out here about 2 weeks ago, I saw some hogs, I saw some deer, an owl, a flock of turkey. Just saw a lot of different wildlife. So it was a lot of fun, and so I decided to come back out here again a couple weeks later. I should have probably videotaped that last trip, but I decided to just enjoy myself, and that time I used a wool blanket, my SOL bivvy, and my Eagle Nest Outfitters ENO hammock. But so we're going to go with the tent this time, and we're going to see what this adventure has in store for us. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Just an absolutely beautiful day. Could not have asked for a better day to do this. Right now it's about 75 degrees. I'm hoping it gets cooler tonight. I'm originally from northern Indiana, so I've been here in Florida for 5 years. So I'm not really used to this. Well, I'm used to the weather now, but I really enjoy cold weather. So it'd be really nice if it got down to the 40s tonight, but it's not predicted to do that. Last night it got pretty low. And it was close to, it was about 50 or so. I really wanted to get pretty cold so I can test out my new SnugPak Snugie Elite 3 sleeping bag. I know that's going to be overkill for this trip, but I wanted to try it out and see how it worked out. It is a baffled sleeping bag system, which means you should be able to use it in warmer weather and just kind of be able to open it up, get some airflow through it, and it should be pretty comfortable. So we will see how that works out. But it's really nice for hiking. It's not too hot, and just gonna have a good one. You guys tag along and let me know what you guys think. Okay guys, well, the backpack that I'm sporting today is the NorthFace, I don't know if you can see it there, NorthFace Terra 45. It's a no bells and whistles pack, but it's a nice pack. I've had it for about 4 years. I don't think I've ever shown it on the channel before. But it's a 45-liter pack, about 1,250 cubic inches. I've got it packed out with about 31 pounds, just a hair over 31 with water and food. So it's not too bad of a weight. It actually carries pretty well. I find it to be very comfortable. It's an internal frame pack. I've heard some complaints out there, people saying that if you're tall, I'm 6'1", that it's not that comfortable, but I guess I don't have any complaints about it. I guess maybe I don't have a really good pack to compare it to, but I find it to be comfortable. It carries at least the 31 pounds that I have in it right now pretty well. And I could go for quite a ways with it. Been hiking, I don't know, I'm probably getting close to 2 miles, a little bit over probably, and it's working out really well for me. So I'll show you the bag in more detail once I get camp set up. We're using the Eureka Backcountry 1 tent on this trip. I believe I've shown that one other time on my channel. So, yeah, I guess we'll be setting up before too long. Got another probably 1.5 miles or 2 to hike yet. So okay, we'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I think it looks like here's where I'm going to set up camp. This is where I camped about 3 weeks ago. I want to set up here tonight also. Okay, let's go over for a moment with what I have in my pack. I've got 2 liter bottles of water, and have my stainless steel cup here. back here, got my ThermaRest sleeping pad right there. Bottom here. I have my Frog Togs rain gear in case it rains. Small percentage chance of rain, but it's not very high, so I was actually hoping that it would rain, but we'll see. Okay, here on the bottom I have my beanie tonight. Green space blanket, going to use as a footprint for my tent, and also kind of a little porch out the front so I can sit and put my gear down on it. Here is the Eureka Backcountry 1. And here's my Snugie Softy Elite 3. Definitely overkill for tonight, but I've been wanting to test this out, so it's supposed to be a good sleeping bag for even warmer conditions because of its baffled construction, so we'll see how that works out. So that's all I'm going to get out of my bag for now. I'm going to go ahead and get the tent set up and get camp set up for tonight. So and then we'll take a short scout. There's an area that I haven't scouted out yet close by here, and I want to see what's there. So okay, well, let's get it set up. I'll let you guys see that. Here's the area I'm going to set my tent up. I'm just going to go through here and make sure there's nothing that's going to poke a hole in my tent. Get rid of any branches here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get the tent out here and see how big of an area that it covers. That way I can set up my footprint accordingly. I'm going to put a big pile of pine needles underneath my space blanket, or the footprint, so that this makes it for softer sleeping. Here's the rain fly right here. Set that off to the side for now. We're going to need the stakes and the poles. The Eureka Backcountry 1 is a freestanding tent, so I don't need the stakes initially. I can use those after I've got everything set up. This has aluminum tent poles, very well constructed. I really like this tent. You know, there's some people that think it's a little bit too heavy. It's about 3 pounds and 14 ounces, so you know, it's not an extremely light backpacking tent, but it, you know, honestly doesn't bother me. 31 pounds is my pack weight, and I don't think that's too bad. I mean, that's not ultra lightweight, but it does the job for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread out the tent here. Sets up very quickly. One thing I like about this tent is just the color of it. I like this green color. It's unfortunately a lot of tents today are bright colors, and backpacks and a lot of camping gear is just, it's not made or designed for hunting, stealth, or anything like that. So you have to kind of look around sometimes to be able to find the gear that you want. But I'm really happy with this tent, though. With aluminum poles like this, if you ever had one of those cheap tents with fiberglass poles, you're going to definitely see the difference once you see poles like these. This is the pole here for the rain fly. Put that on a little later. So you just feed these through the sleeves. Doesn't matter which one. Just feed them through the sleeves, just cross them on the top. Looks like we're having a couple of mosquitoes bugging me. Have to get the spray out. Got the tent poles crossed. Go ahead and just pop them into their respective corners. You can put these snaps on either before or after you get it raised up. I'm going to go ahead on this side and just snap the tent pole in. It's got a really nice nylon strap here with a metal, I don't know, kind of a rivet popped into there that you can put the tent pole into. Oh, came out. And just like that, we have a tent. It's freestanding. It's classified a 3-season tent, but I would probably, it's well ventilated. I would probably take it into a cold environment. It seems pretty rigid. It would probably stand up to light snow. I don't know if you'd want to have it in a heavy snowfall, but we'll do the rain fly later here. Let's get our footprint set up. If this was really cold, I would put the shiny side up to reflect heat, but it's not, so it's not really necessary. So let's see here. See if the width will work just as it is. Actually, it will. It's going to work perfect. So we're just going to lift our tent here. We're going to kind of set it out of the way. Move the space blanket where we want it. And then we'll gather a bunch of pine needles. Put them underneath. Okay guys, I don't know if you guys can kind of see the pine needles. I kind of piled up like a bed. That's where my tent's gonna sit. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that space blanket on top of that, and then go ahead and put my tent right on top of that. You know, if you can just do a couple extra things to give yourself a, you know, a really good night's sleep, you know, go ahead and do it. You know, I'm gonna have that, the space blanket at the bottom of the tent, the ThermaRest, and you know, I'm gonna have a very nice, comfortable night. So there you go. That's the pine needle bed. Okay, I have the tent set up. I have the space blanket on top of the pine needles and the tent staked down. So now I'm just going to put the rain fly on. It's just really simple to put up. Go ahead and attach your rain fly pole. This rain fly is really nice. You just it just has snaps in each corner. Just snap them in. There we go, rain fly's attached. So I'll adjust it a little bit yet, but that's how simple it is. There we go, Eureka Backcountry 1. Okay guys, well, I have my sleep system all ready to go. My pad set up, got my sleeping bag in there, everything put away, and I think I'm gonna go do a scout, see what I could find. I'll show you the fixed blade that I brought along this trip. Mora Bushcraft. You're gonna be like, survive with knife. Why are you carrying a $20 Mora knife when you have $200 knives? Well, guys, you don't have to spend $200 to enjoy yourself out here. There's plenty of equipment when it even comes to knives you don't have to spend a lot of money on. This is a really good knife. This trip I wasn't planning on processing a lot of firewood or doing anything like that, so you know what? This knife is going to perfectly serve me just fine. I am going to probably have a fire tonight. This knife is going to work just fine with that. So there we go. The Mora Bushcraft. This is the Triflex. Really like this knife. Also, my folding knife that I have is the Paramilitary 2, which you've seen before. Probably my favorite folding knife. Like I said, I have even more expensive folding knives, but for some reason that's just I just love that knife. And I have, if I can get it out, I have my Victorinox Farmer. Love this knife also. I'll probably be using this for getting the fire started. I like to use the awl with my fire steel. It just does a great job as a striker. So okay, well I think I'm gonna go and check out this area over here. I'm gonna go do a little bit of exploring. I'm all set up, I'm ready to go. So we'll see what we could find. I'll bring the camera along in case there's something I want to show you guys, if I see any wildlife or anything. My camera doesn't have zoom on it, at least optical zoom. It has digital zoom, but so unless something's really close, I don't really like to use it with wildlife. It's too hard to pick stuff up. So, but we're gonna go hike, and if I see a rabbit or maybe a dove, maybe I'll take it and I'll have that for dinner tonight, along with the rest of the food I have. So, okay, guys, catch you in a bit.
They haven't taken the flight yet.
Okay guys, here's a good find. This is called the wax myrtle plant, and it is probably the favorite plant here in Florida that I have for making tea. And this here, the one that you're looking at here, I think is the female version of the plant, because right here beside it is another one, which you notice the leaves and everything look identical. However, this doesn't have, if you crush the leaves and you smell them, it hardly has a smell at all. And if I remember right, that is the male version of it. The female version of it is very strong, and this one here is very, very, very strong in its smell if you crush it. So I'm going to gather some of this, and I'm going to make some tea with it tonight. I like this better than pine needle tea. Sometimes I'll mix a little bit of pine needle with it, but this is just really good. Usually just mix a little bit of sugar with it. It is, if I remember right, and this is just going from memory, but I believe it's not a good plant to use if you're pregnant. So that's for you women out here, or you men who have wives who are pregnant. Don't give her wax myrtle. It's supposed to be able to induce labor, if I remember right. So you don't want that. But I'll be making tea with this here in a little bit, and it's just really, really good. Let's gather some more of this. Okay, there we go, guys. Head back to my campsite. I'm just on my way back from my scout after setting up my camp, and I just actually about 5 minutes ago saw a flock of about 5 turkey. That's the second flock I've seen. There's a lot of turkey out here. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Okay, folks, well, I'm back from my hike. It's starting to get dark, so I'm gonna get a fire here going. While you're traveling, always be looking for resources. On my way in today, I'd already gathered myself my bird's nest to get my fire going. I just picked up a bunch of small, very, very dry twigs to get my fire going. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to clear away a very large area. I'm going to get rid of all the pine needles. Pine needles are very highly flammable, and I'm in a pine needle area right now. So you want to clear a very large area out if you were going to make yourself a fire. So just be safe out there when you're creating fires out in the woods. I've created fires in an area like this a lot, but I'm just always very careful. So just going to go ahead and clear a large area away, and then I'm going to go ahead and start gathering myself some firewood. As you saw earlier, I have my Mora Bushcraft Triflex, and along with that, to help me process firewood, I have my Bahco Laplander. So go ahead and put on my gloves, clear an area, and gather some firewood. So I'm not going to have a big fire, not going to have a fire for very long, just enough maybe to heat up my barbecue beans. I'll heat that in the fire. I am just starving right now. I am very hungry. I have quite a bit of food along with me, so I'm going to start chowing down. Definitely earned my dinner. I think I just probably, I would guess I probably hiked somewhere between 3 and 4 miles in my Scout. So I'm going to have to calculate it when I get home using Google Earth. But I would say I probably have done probably between 6 and 7 miles today. So looking good. I'm going to go ahead and clear this area out and get it ready for a fire. Okay, ready to get my fire going here. Got a one of the small light my fire seals here. Got my tinder bundle I gathered on the way in. I'm gonna pull out the awl on my Victorinox Farmer, and there we go. One strike. There we go. Almost got away from me. Okay guys, my fire going. You know, it just goes to show if you prepare, you know, you could get it going. As you saw, it almost got away from me there, but you know, just make sure you have everything that you need, and it's really not that hard to get a fire going. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of water here. Get out my food bag. I'm not going to even add anything to that. I don't need a fire tonight. I'm going to be using my cook set anyway, I'll be doing most of my cooking. My Esbit cook set. I've had this for a long time. I don't think I've ever shown this on camera. I don't think I have. But I'll be using this with the alcohol stove tonight to do most of my cooking. But I'm going to go ahead and get, I got a little can of pork and beans. Kind of use as my appetizer. I'll just get that out there, warming up. Maybe put a stick through it. Stick it there in the corner of the fire. Just cook it right there in the can. Got my pork and beans there, just warming up right there in the fire. And just let it warm up. And then I'll eat it. You can see over there, sun's starting to set. It's just a beautiful, quiet evening. It's just absolutely beautiful. Looks like that's actually bubbling a little bit, so I'll take that out. Okay. Have bean and bacon soup cooking away on my alcohol stove right here. Add just a little bit of water to that. And also chop up some summer sausage. Throw it in there. Brought a summer sausage stick along. Use the farmer here. Just cut it about in half. Peel that skin off. Chunk that up in there. That'll add some flavor to our soup. Oh yeah, summer sausage. Gotta love that. Let's try our barbecue beans. Directly from the can into the man. That's nice. Just cracked it open a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Tossed it into the fire. And that's why you carry a bandana. If you're grossed out by dirt, don't eat in the woods. Oh yeah, that little Esbit alcohol stove is cooking up my soup really nice. gonna be ready here in a little bit. Okay guys, well I'm gonna sit here and eat my barbecue beans, summer sausage, and bean soup. I don't think anybody's gonna want to be in the tent with me tonight. I'm just gonna enjoy this, watch the light fade away, and I'll catch up with you guys in the tent. Let you guys know how it's going. I don't know if you guys can see me at all, but this camera doesn't pick up too well in the dark. I am snug in my tent. It's about 8 o'clock. Just chilling back, surfing the net, using my iPhone. Just laying back here, laying on top of my Snugie. I'm feeling really comfortable right now. It's probably, I don't know, I haven't checked the temperature, but it's probably a little under 70 right now, probably 68 or 69 degrees. So once it starts cooling off, I'll climb into the bag. So I'm just going to chill here and maybe do some reading and just enjoy the evening. Got everything all, got my bag in the tent and got my dishes cleaned up and took my food, I hung it in a bag. I don't usually do that, but I don't know, felt like hanging it up this time to make sure I don't have any raccoons or anything try to get into the tent or anything. A little far south for bears, and just about 100 miles north of here we have bears. So I mean there's potential of bears around here, but it's pretty low. I've never seen any in this area. I have up north further, Ocala area, but not here. So I have my little Meritak AAA flashlight with the diffuser giving me light here in the tent. It's working really well. Love that little flashlight. I need to break that out into its own review at some point. But I'll check back with you guys in the morning.
Well, good morning, friends. It is morning. It's around 7 o'clock, probably just a little after. I think I'm gonna get up. Slept pretty good. That pine needle bed definitely helped with comfort. The sleeping bag, as expected, was plenty warm. Didn't sweat or anything, but it was very comfortable. Definitely did not get cold. So it was a good night. I'll get up and make myself some breakfast. Just take it easy and head on out before maybe around 11 o'clock or something. So okay guys, I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Okay guys, I have my alcohol stove here ready to go. I'm gonna make myself some tea this morning. I'm gonna put a little bit more alcohol in here. This is still alcohol left over from last night. Put a little bit more in there. So I'm gonna cook breakfast over this too. Cool thing about this Esbit alcohol stove is that when you're done, you can you don't have to let the alcohol burn out. You can just cover up the little stove with this and it'll go out. And then you have a cap here you can screw onto the top of your stove with a rubber O-ring inside, which will seal the alcohol off. It won't evaporate. One thing with alcohol is you have to make sure it doesn't evaporate off. And so all the alcohol that I had in there yesterday is still in there. I'm going to go ahead and get this stove lit. Just going to take a pine needle here, take my lighter, light the end of it, and we're lit. Let that prime up a little bit. Just going to heat up my water in this little pan here. It's the lid. Esbit pot. While that water's heating up, I'm going to take my stainless steel cup here, take my wax myrtle leaves, showed you guys these yesterday, I'm just going to put them in here. After the water's boiling, I'll just pour it in here and let it steep. Wax myrtle has kind of a I guess kind of a minty taste, but it's unique. It tastes like wax myrtle. It doesn't really have, I can't really compare it to anything else, or I've never anything else I can compare it to. Yeah, it's just it has a unique flavor, but it's just really good. I make this at home. Well, what the world was that? A little explosion going on there. And I like it strong, so I put plenty of leaves in here. The other thing I do after I get a nice pile of leaves, I'm gonna put some pine needles in there too, but I definitely like wax myrtle better than pine needle tea. So after I get some leaves in there, I'm just gonna crush them up. Helps get their flavor into the tea a little bit better. There's some longleaf pine needles. Just put those in there. And we're ready for our hot water. There we go, guys. I'll bring you back when I've got the tea ready. Let you know how it tastes. Get the sugar out for that. Okay, guys. Oatmeal's ready to go. Got my pine needle and wax myrtle tea. Let's give it a shot. 3 packs of sugar in here. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I love wax myrtle. If you guys are ever in an area, I think the plant grows mostly in the south. Kind of sunny, semi-sunny areas. They're just all over. I mean, just outside our condo, if we go on a walk, there's wax myrtle plants all the time, and I just grab a couple handfuls of leaves, take them back, and make some tea. It's just really good. So let's go ahead and try out our brown sugar and maple syrup oatmeal. This stuff's actually pretty good. Oh yeah. There we go. Excellent. Well, I'm just going to chill out around the camp a little bit. Might do a little bit of exploring at this morning. Pack up everything, and maybe I'll lay everything out before I stuff everything into the bag. That way you guys can kind of see what my loadout was for this trip. I always get those questions after I take a trip saying, what was your loadout? So instead of doing another video afterwards, I'll just maybe go ahead and just show everything that I brought on this trip before I pack everything out. Kill two birds with one stone. So, okay guys, well, I'm just gonna enjoy my breakfast here. Enjoy the peace and quiet out here this morning. It's just very quiet. There's no wind. It's just really nice. Well, friends, this is my entire loadout on this trip. Have my tent, ThermaRest, my Snugie sleeping bag, which that worked really well last night. I didn't get too hot in it, even though it is a 23 comfortable or 23 degree bag, or it can go down to 14, it says. So here was my food bag. I still have a little bit of food in there. This is just some miscellaneous things like extra batteries, fire striker, fire steel, just a few odds and ends in there. There's my Frog Togs rain gear in case it rains. This is a fleece shirt and a beanie. My mechanics gloves, some toilet paper. This is my new Sawyer Mini squeeze water filter. I had the Katadyn Mini, I think, or Katadyn Hiker, I'm not sure which one, but I've been using this one. This is a really nice little water filter. Brunton compass, my 4.7s Preon AA, I think is what it's called. It's just a phenomenal little light, and I've got it attached to this little Night Eyes headband, which, you know, just works really well. I really like that. I have two lights with me. I have my Maritac AAA, which I carry in my pocket, and then I have this one here that's in my pack. I have this Mountain Smith rain cover for my NorthFace Terra 45 backpack. I have a stainless steel cup and an Nalgene bottle. Got my Ruger 4522 first aid kit. Some mosquito repellent came useful yesterday on my hike. And there's my Bahco Laplander and my Mora Bushcraft. Also had my Esbit cook set I did all my cooking in this trip. And that's it. That was the loadout on this trip. A little bit different than normal, but you know, usually it's a tarp and a wool blanket or something like that, but I decided to go the more traditional or modern backpacking route this time. So I have the gear, might as well use it. So okay guys, I'm going to it's only about 9 o'clock. It's just actually not quite 9 o'clock yet, and I'm gonna just pack everything up and get ready, and then just hang out for a little bit, maybe scout just north of here a little bit. Let's see if I can find I think might be a water source up through there, so I might hike up through there. So okay guys, there you go. Had a great trip, phenomenal time. Slept really well last night. The pine needle bed helped, so if you do a couple of extra things like that, you could give yourself some added comfort. So there you go guys. You guys have a great day. Well guys, I am back at the Jeep. That was a great trip. Just did about a 3.5 mile hike, and so I think it's time for a cheeseburger. I think I've earned it, so we're gonna get going. Thanks guys for tagging along. Appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate it, guys.